Hey, what's going on, tech fans? Elric here once again on Tech of Tomorrow. You guys seem to really like the unboxing of the Gigabyte G1 Gaming Edition. Well, guess what? We've got another super freaking badass card in here once again. This is the EVGA FTW version, baby. It's a super badass card. Like I said, killer features, and I think that this is pretty much about as fast as you can get from these folks unless you want to go liquid cooled. So with that said though, let's see what's in the box and let's see how badass it is. All right folks, so for any good unboxing you need a nice knife, I guess. It's a knife, right? Then I gotta take this plastic covering off the old EVGA box. Now, if you guys don't know, man, EVGA makes a pretty killer product. And the FTW version, like I said, is one of their highest versions they have. Features their ACX 3.0 cooling. Now we got all that plastic stuff off there, that the box won't look so dang shiny. You get that out of the way. So, front of the box, EVGA, you guys see a 8GB GDDR5X, the good stuff. Obviously, it's the FTW GeForce GTX 1080. All right, we know that, right? Side of it, you guys just see that once again. And for the diehards, let me spin it around the back. In the back, you guys can see through the card. There's usually the serial number and everything it's at, and it says their key features and stuff. But pretty much, these guys are just making a killer card, and that's what it's all about. So that's it right there. And to be honest with you, not really too much to the outside of the box. So it's sealed right here. I will go ahead and peel that and break that seal so we can get inside there. Might have been faster to use the little knife, but I don't know. I'll go a little old school here and just remove the old plastic label. There we go. Out of the way, clean and good to go. Pop the cap there, and we shall begin the real unboxing. Pulling the card out. So I'll just do it like this. Might be a lot simpler. All right, and there we go. Box out of the way. To the floor. And we see once again a box inside a box. It's boxception time. Dun dun dun. Solid box, EVGA logo. Oh, like I said, serial number. Some blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. All right, let's pop the cap though and get to the real frickin' deal. So let's see here. What's this? All right, right here on top we've got something. A nice big giant EVGA envelope. So that's pretty cool. But what else is inside this envelope? What are we getting here? Dun 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 dun. All right. So we get a graphics card user guide. Is that pretty much it in there? Okay. Just basically tells you a little bit about their card, not too much in there. I know you guys aren't going to care about it, it's just basically showing you what the card is. Most of my fans out there, you know what it is. A user's guide. Most people are going to look at this online. This is pretty much going to just tell you if you've never had a card ever before in your life, how to stick it in the computer and connect to your power connector so you don't blow yourself or your house up. Alrighty then. Then we get a case badge. Nice EVGA little case badge there to stick in front of your case. So Team EVGA, go! Alright, what else we got here? Alright, that's it. Oh, it looks like we got a giant poster here. Okay, oh, a couple of things here. So 2 badass stickers, the Maximum EVGA Enthusiast built and the Maximum EVGA Enthusiast built in a different color. So whatever's your thing, they give you 2 badass stickers to also apply to the outside of your case. And I think that we also have a badass poster, which when we move, we will attach to our new wall like we've been doing all along. I think EVGA even knows that. Maybe they even sent that along as a nice little extra, but hopefully everybody gets this. Oh shit. So I don't know, I'll try to do this as best for you folks. So let's see here. I'll start off bringing it down here and I'll bring it up slowly so you can scroll through and check out this poster. It says, arm yourself with EVGA. Pretty badass. I'm trying to get so you guys can totally see it. Hope you guys can see most of it. But it's pretty awesome. And it's just cool because it's absolutely free in the box. How much better can it get, right? Exactly. My thoughts too. So you get this nice and gently. I'm trying not to mess it up and pull it back up and get it out of the way. Not waste your time, but let me just get it out of the way there. All right. And beyond that, we've got a nice little case in here. Solid plastic all around. That's kind of interesting the way they have it in here. Solid plastic. Let's see, all the connectors are down here. Anything underneath there? Okay, there's nothing underneath there, so I'm going to go ahead and put that out of the way as well. Here are the connectors that come with it. I will go ahead and open them up so you folks can see them. All right, you've got your 2 6-pin to 8-pin cable right here. If anybody needs that, it's included in there. And what else we got in here? And once again, we see the same thing. So if your power supply doesn't support it and you only have the 6-pin, you're going to be set with these 2 things, which you're going to need because you're going to need to power the card. Now, all the other cards I've looked at so far, you guys know, have only had a single power connector. So I'm wondering, since there's all that in there, there's going to be 2 power connectors in there. Oh boy, let's see here. Ooh, it's bringing out nice and slowly out of there. Oh yeah. Now, frick, now let's just do this backwards now. This backplate's just too badass to ignore. Get the big old plastic sheet off of here. Look at that, man. That is one badass backplate. Look at, a lot of people have complained too. Now this is something I want to note here. A lot of people have complained that the backplates that are on cards trap the heat inside of them and actually cause the card to overheat. So EVGA has taken note of this, obviously, and put slits back here in the back so that the heat can dissipate out the back of the card. Thumbs up for that idea, and we all know how I love a solid back. Got it upside down, PCI slots right there. Flip it around to the back. You guys can see all of the heat pipes. Once again, I guess I gotta spin it over. The EVGA logo's there. You guys can see all the massive heat pipes and everything running through the card. Very thick PCB running throughout it. On the top, all heat fins running along the side of the card. You guys can see the heat pipes all running through. This is dissipating all the heat away into those. Then the fans blow it away, take it in the fans of your system and blow all that heat away from your card and out of the system. So let me flip it around over here. EVGA GeForce GTX 1080, and hey, what do you know? The first non-Founders Edition card that we've seen that requires 2 power connectors. This shit's for overclocking. There are 2 8-pin power connectors on here, and you know this fucker's made to overclock like a son of a bitch. That's right. That's probably why they call it the FTW. Now in the old days, folks, FTW meant a lot different thing than it does nowadays. Now FTW is like for the win. Some of you old school people out there might remember what it used to mean. This is kind of tricky. There's actually multiple pieces of plastic on this. I'm trying to remove it all to get it here. I don't think I'm going to screw with that right now, but there is actually some more plastic on here. I'm trying to remove as much of it as I can off the card for you folks. I didn't actually notice that there's plastic everywhere on here. So let me just go ahead and take a second here if I can to get all this plastic stuff off here, because none of us really want to see that at all. I don't want to see it, so let's get it off there. There's still a little bit on here, but I'm not going to mess with that. But you guys can see, like I said, 2 8-pin power connectors, hence what these adapters are for in case your power supply doesn't use it. And on the front of the card, you guys can see they have the ACX 3.0 little thing there. That's for their cooling. EVGA logo, the GTX. 2 fans. The color scheme of this is just absolutely awesome. It looks really incredible. I think people out there who are doing custom builds are going to like it. I know a lot of people build a lot of red themed builds, but there's been a lot of tons of red themed builds, tons of green themed builds. Builds. This is kind of neat. Having that silver chromish look and the black, it just looks badass. You can make some really cool industrial looking builds with this card. Now last but not least, we have the rear I/O. We have a single DVI, single HDMI, and 3 display ports, just like all the other cards that are out there, so you can use multi-monitor technology at your discretion. What I think you're going to find really incredible, however, about the FTW edition is its clocks. It has a 1721 megahertz base clock and an 1860 megahertz boost clock. And with the way this card is built, you're going to have plenty of room for overclocking. Just like the other card, it features 8 gigabytes of GDDR5X memory and has a 10,000 megahertz effective memory bandwidth. Now, as far as the FTW sizes in, you guys can see I have the cards sitting right next to each other, and this card is definitely taller than the Founders Edition card. As far as its height goes, it's 128.631 millimeters. It has a length of 266.7 millimeters, and its width is a dual slot design just like all the other cards. And like I said before, this card does have 2 8-pin power connectors and has a minimum of 500 watt power supply is recommended, and the total power draw is 215 watts from this card. So that's it, folks. That's everything that comes in the box, man. The card itself, that stuff. Amazingly enough, no driver CD. Now in the last video you guys said, wow, driver CDs aren't important. Well, obviously I guess these guys agree with you because there's no driver CDs, and it is true. Most things are done online. You can go down the latest drivers off their website or off the EVGA site. Off the NVIDIA site or off the EVGA site. All right, folks, so there you have it. The unboxing of the EVGA FTW for the Win edition, which is one of their badass versions of their cards. Like I said, you can pretty much only go liquid cooled to get anything better than this. This is like the air-cooled supreme being of the world. I know you guys are asking, where are the scores and all that stuff? Like I said, chill out. We'll have the scores for both this and the Gigabyte G1 coming very, very soon. We're just changing the test platform and getting everything ready for you guys so we can test a shit ton of games. You guys want to see 25, 30 games tested? So just chill out just a second and we'll have that. But for right now, if you want to see more about this card or purchase one, we'll have a link down there below where you guys can see it. Be down with that like button. Hopefully you guys will go Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, and all those badass guys on that like button. I'm Eric. You've been watching Tech of Tomorrow, and we'll see you guys back here for more killer videos, 1070s, and just more cool shit.